In a world filled with constant noise, pressure to succeed, and 1,000 distractions pulling us in different directions, where do we find clarity? How do we live a meaningful life? One where we feel content, peaceful, and purposeful. We all search for the keys to a meaningful, successful life. But what if ancient wisdom could provide the answers we seek today? The Bhagavad Gita, often simply called the Gita, is a 700-verse Hindu scripture that forms part of the epic Mahabharata. Its dialogue between Prince Arjuna and Lord Krishna on the battlefield of Kurukshetra offers profound insights that transcend time, culture, and religion. The Bhagavad Gita, or the Song of God, isn't just a spiritual scripture. It's a guidebook for life. It's a universal guide to living a purposeful, balanced, and fulfilling life. Its teachings are not about renouncing the world, but mastering how to live in it, with courage, balance, and wisdom. These teachings aren't just philosophical concepts meant for ascetics or scholars. They're practical tools for navigating our daily challenges. Whether you're a student facing exams, a parent, a professional balancing career demands, or anyone seeking purpose and peace in our complex world. In this video, we'll explore 12 essential teachings from the Bhagavad Gita that can help you succeed in life, not just outwardly, but inwardly. These are not religious sermons. They are universal truths, guiding us toward wisdom, balance, and a life of purpose. The kind of purpose and success that brings lasting fulfillment and inner peace. Whether you're 13 or 75 years old, let's begin this journey together. 1. Perform your duty without attachment to results. You have the right to perform your prescribed duties, but you are not entitled to the fruits of your actions. This first teaching may sound counterintuitive in our results-oriented world. We are constantly taught to focus on outcomes, achievements, and rewards. When we become fixated on results, we create unnecessary anxiety and stress. Will I succeed? Will I fail? What will others think? These worries cloud our judgment and diminish our performance. The Gita offers a revolutionary perspective. Give your 100% effort, whether in studies, career, or relationships. But don't obsess over results. Why? Because attachment to success breeds fear of failure, while detachment brings freedom. Focus on the action, not the reward. Whether you're a student, a working professional, a parent, or an artist, your only responsibility is to give your best, to act with sincerity, dedication, and purpose. The outcome, that's not in your hands. When we obsess over results, we invite stress, fear, and disappointment. But when we focus on the process, on the action itself, we find peace, because we've done our part. Success then becomes a byproduct, not the goal. The Gita teaches us to focus on the quality of our actions. Pour your heart into your work. Be present. Execute your responsibilities with excellence. But then, let go of your attachment to specific outcomes. This isn't about apathy, it's about focusing on the doing. Think of it like planting a seed. You prepare the soil, water it, and provide sunlight. That's your duty. Whether it blooms into a beautiful flower or faces harsh weather is beyond your control. This doesn't mean becoming passive or indifferent. Rather, it's about recognizing what's truly in your control, your effort, attention, and integrity, and what isn't, the final result. This wisdom liberates us from the burden of expectations, while empowering us to act with clarity and purpose, and allows you to find joy in the process itself. 2. Practice equanimity in all situations. A person is said to be established in wisdom when they are undisturbed by happiness or distress. Life is a roller coaster. Life is full of ups and downs, victories and defeats, pleasures and pains. Most of us are tossed around by these experiences. Like a small boat in a stormy sea, the Gita teaches us to develop equanimity, mental calmness, and evenness of temper, especially in difficult situations. This doesn't mean suppressing emotions or becoming unfeeling. Rather, it's about developing inner stability that isn't dependent on external circumstances. True strength isn't in avoiding pain or chasing pleasure. It's in staying balanced amidst both. When you succeed, celebrate without becoming arrogant. When you fail, acknowledge the pain without being crushed by it. Remember that everything in life is temporary. Success, failure, joy, and sorrow. The Gita reminds us, don't let success inflate your ego, and don't let failure break your spirit. Everything passes, so stay centered. By maintaining this balanced perspective, you develop resilience and clarity that allows you to navigate life's inevitable changes with grace, strength, and wisdom. Practice non-attachment. From desire comes anger. From anger comes delusion. Closely related to equanimity is the practice of non-attachment. The Gita teaches that desire and attachment are the roots of suffering. Desire and attachment are like chains that bind us to suffering. Many misunderstand non-attachment as indifference or avoidance of love and connection. This couldn't be further from the truth. Non-attachment doesn't mean not caring. It means caring without clinging. It's about engaging fully with the world, pursuing goals, forming relationships, enjoying life's pleasures, without allowing your happiness to depend on possessing or controlling them. Enjoy the beauty of a sunset without clinging to the moment. Appreciate your possessions without letting them define your worth. When we grasp tightly to people, outcomes, or possessions, we create suffering for ourselves. The Gita invites us to hold everything with open hands, appreciating what comes into our lives while understanding that all things are temporary. Be like the lotus flower, rooted in the mud but untouched by it. Live fully, love deeply, work passionately, but remain free within. Practice relating to the world with love and care, but without the desperate need to control outcomes or possess things permanently. This is the path to true freedom. The Gita warns, want less, live more. 4. Master your mind and senses. For one who has conquered the mind is the best of friends. But for one who has failed to do so, the mind is the greatest enemy. Perhaps the most practical teaching of the Gita concerns the mastery of our own minds. Our thoughts influence our emotions, decisions, and actions. An undisciplined mind pulls us in countless directions, leaving us scattered, confused, and ineffective. The Gita teaches us to become observers of our thoughts rather than being controlled by them. Through practices like meditation, self-reflection, and mindful action, we learn to direct our thoughts rather than being directed by them. Train your mind like you train a muscle. Meditation, mindfulness, and self-reflection are your gym. Learn to observe your thoughts without judgment and choose to focus on what truly matters. Similarly, our senses constantly pull us toward pleasure and away from pain in ways that often don't serve our higher purpose. The Gita says, control your senses, or they will control you. Meditation, discipline, and self-awareness are keys to inner peace. Learning to master these impulses doesn't mean suppressing them, but ensuring that they serve us rather than controlling us. By developing a disciplined mind, you unlock tranquility and strength, even in chaos. This inner discipline is the foundation of all outer success. A calm mind is a powerful mind. When you master your mind, you master your life. Surrender to the divine. Abandon all varieties of dharma and simply surrender unto me. I shall deliver you from all sinful reactions. Do not fear. In its deepest teaching, the Gita invites us to surrender our limited ego self to a higher power. This doesn't mean becoming passive or abdicating responsibility. Rather, it's about recognizing that we are part of something larger than ourselves. Surrendering to the divine isn't about giving up. It's about letting go of the illusion of control. There is a greater force at work. Call it God, the universe, or Dharma. Surrendering is about recognizing that there's a greater force at play, a cosmic order that guides the universe. This surrender brings a sense of peace and trust. It's like a sailor trusting the compass. Even when the seas are rough, surrender with love and devotion, knowing that you are part of something larger than yourself. When you surrender, not in weakness, but in trust, you find peace. You begin to act not out of ego, but out of love and purpose. This surrender is not weakness, but the highest wisdom, recognizing both our power and our place in the greater whole. Remember, surrender is not giving up. It's rising above. 6. Live with purpose and integrity. It is better to strive in one's own dharma than to succeed in the dharma of another. The Gita teaches that each of us has a unique path or dharma, our authentic way of being and contributing. Success does not come from imitating others or following conventional paths, but from discovering and honoring our own nature and calling. Dharma is your unique purpose, your calling. Live with integrity, standing up for truth and justice, even when it's difficult. Follow your inner compass, your dharma, without fear or doubt. Your life has meaning, and your actions matter. Dharma means duty aligned with truth. Living with purpose means aligning our thoughts, words, and actions with our deepest values. Whether you're a student, a parent, a leader, or an entrepreneur, be true to your role, your nature, your values. Choose right over easy. Live with integrity, even when it's hard. That's how you build lasting success and self-respect. This path requires courage. The courage to know yourself, to honor your truth, and to act accordingly, even when it means swimming against the current of popular opinion or immediate gratification. Significance of knowledge. When ignorance is destroyed by knowledge, the wisdom of the self shines forth like the sun. The Gita isn't just about blind belief. It honors self-inquiry and learning. The Gita places enormous value on true knowledge, not just information or intellectual concepts, but transformative understanding that illuminates the nature of reality. This knowledge includes self-knowledge, understanding our motivations, patterns, strengths, and weaknesses. It includes discernment, the ability to distinguish between the essential and the trivial, the permanent and the temporary. True knowledge doesn't just fill the mind, it transforms perception. It's like removing dark glasses to see the world clearly for the first time. Knowledge is your greatest ally. Seek wisdom, not just information. Understand the nature of reality, the interconnectedness of all things. Explore philosophy, science, and spirituality. Reflect on your experiences and learn from them. True knowledge illuminates your path and empowers you to make wise choices. Wisdom gives you clarity, direction, and peace. Mom 8. The importance of balance. Yoga is not for one who eats too much or too little, sleeps too much or too little. The Gita teaches that moderation and balance are essential in all aspects of life. Extremes, whether of work, rest, pleasure, or austerity, create imbalance that ultimately undermines our well-being and effectiveness. Too much of anything, even something good, can lead to imbalance. Success doesn't require burnout. Peace doesn't need escape. Balance is the bridge between effort and ease. This balance includes our physical habits, eating, sleeping, working, and exercising in a sustainable way. It includes balancing different aspects of life, work and rest, solitude and connection, giving and receiving. The middle path isn't about mediocrity or compromise. It's about finding the dynamic equilibrium that allows for sustainable growth and fulfillment. It's about recognizing that seemingly opposite qualities, discipline and flexibility, ambition and contentment, engagement and detachment, can coexist and complement each other. Balance effort with rest, discipline with joy. A harmonious life is a successful life. 9. Change is the law of nature. For one who has taken birth, death is certain, and for one who is dead, birth is certain. The Gita teaches profound acceptance of change as the fundamental law of existence. Everything in the material world is in constant flux. Circumstances, relationships, our bodies, and even our minds and emotions. Change is inevitable. People will change. Circumstances will shift. Success will fade. Pain will heal. Trying to cling to what was or rejecting what is drains our energy and clouds our perception. True wisdom lies in accepting change as not just inevitable, but essential to life's unfolding. This doesn't mean passive resignation. Rather, it means working with change rather than against it, adapting, flowing, and finding opportunities within transitions. It means recognizing that endings create space for new beginnings and that loss often precedes growth. By embracing change rather than fearing it, we develop resilience and the ability to navigate life's transitions with greater ease and wisdom. Nothing in life is permanent, not pain, not pleasure. The Gita says, the wise are unmoved by change, adapt, evolve, and flow with life. 10. Equality and universal love. The humble sages, by virtue of true knowledge, see with equal vision a learned and gentle Brahmin, a cow, an elephant, a dog, and a dog-eater. One of the Gita's most profound teachings is about seeing the divine essence in all beings. Beyond external differences of appearance, status, ability, or belief lies a common spark of consciousness. Krishna reminds us that the same divine spark exists in all beings. Treat everyone with respect. Compassion, empathy, and kindness aren't just moral values. They are powerful tools for connection and growth. This perspective transforms how we relate to others. Instead of judgment, comparison, and separation, we should approach relationships with respect, compassion, and genuine interest. We should learn to honor each person's unique journey while recognizing our fundamental interconnection. So don't judge by race, gender, status, or religion. 11. Inner strength and perseverance. Even a little practice of this discipline will protect you from great fear. The path of spiritual growth and personal development isn't always easy. We face internal resistance, external obstacles, and the force of old habits. The Gita acknowledges these challenges, but encourages us to persist with courage and determination. Inner strength comes not from denying difficulties, but from facing them with steadiness and faith. Each challenge we meet becomes an opportunity to develop greater resilience, wisdom, and compassion. The Gita assures us that every sincere effort matters. Even small steps in the right direction create momentum and prepare us for greater progress. Nothing is wasted on this path. Each experience contributes to our growth. Perseverance is the quiet courage to continue, even when results aren't immediately visible, trusting in the process of growth and transformation. Life will test you, but within you lies immense strength, far more than you realize. The Gita encourages resilience. Even when you fall, rise again. Keep walking. Build resilience like a muscle. Don't give up. A small effort every day leads to transformation. Remember, consistency is more powerful than intensity. 12. Be fearless. Trust in the divine plan. Remember me and fight. The final teaching of the Gita is perhaps its most powerful. The invitation to release fear by trusting in the divine plan. Fear constricts our energy, clouds our judgment, and prevents us from living fully. The antidote to fear isn't blind optimism or denial of challenges, but deep trust. Trust in our own capacity, in the support available to us, and in the fundamental benevolence of existence. This trust doesn't mean everything will always go as we wish. Rather, it means having faith that whatever happens contains the possibility of growth and meaning. If we approach it with the right attitude, when you align with your purpose and trust in a higher power, fear dissolves. Because you know you're not alone. The universe is not against you. It supports you. Even setbacks have meaning. Even delays have purpose. When we trust the unfolding of life, even while actively participating in it, we find a paradoxical freedom. We can act decisively while remaining open to outcomes beyond our expectations. We can give our best effort while knowing that the final result involves forces beyond our control. When we trust that there's a larger plan at play, our worries shrink. Act with full heart and intention, and then let go. Be courageous and move forward with trust. This combination of engaged action and deep surrender is perhaps the Gita's most transformative teaching. Have faith in the divine plan. Trust the process. And know this: you are exactly where you need to be. What makes these teachings so powerful is their practicality and universality. Whether you're facing personal challenges, professional decisions, or existential questions, the Gita's wisdom offers guidance that transcends cultural and religious boundaries. These aren't just spiritual ideals. They're practical life tools for modern living, helping us stay calm in chaos, strong in struggle, and humble in success. These aren't abstract philosophies, but lived practices, ways of engaging with daily life that lead to greater clarity, peace, and purpose. Each teaching supports and reinforces the others, creating an integrated approach to living wisely in our complex world. The Bhagavad Gita is not just a spiritual text, it's a manual for living. Its teachings remind us that life's battles, both internal and external, can be won through wisdom, discipline, and selfless action. These 12 teachings invite us to embrace change, balance, and purpose, while trusting the divine plan. Whether young or old, let's strive to live by these principles and discover peace within. These teachings remind us that real success isn't about what we have, but about who we become. In doing so, you'll discover that true success isn't something to be achieved in some distant future, but a way of being available right now. The Bhagavad Gita isn't about religion, it's about awakening. Whether you're battling stress, chasing dreams, or seeking peace, these 12 teachings are your roadmap. Start small, master your mind, do your duty, and trust the journey. Remember, as Krishna told Arjuna, you are capable of achieving the impossible. Stay fearless. Trust the process. Believe in yourself. And go shine.